Everybody, welcome back to the next episode of Beardy's Books here on the Beardy and the Baldy channel. Trying to get back into the regular swing of my weekly comic haul updates. This week is August 10th for New Comic Book Day. So it was a pretty awesome day at the comic shop today. So pretty busy, lots of stuff. Everybody's excited about books. Everybody's talking about the Suicide Squad movie. And I didn't get to see it yet, but apparently the new full-length Luke Cage trailer is out, so I'll probably be checking that out after I upload this video. Also check out, I think my Suicide Squad review should be on the page here, so check that out if you're interested. Hopefully we'll be seeing Pete's Dragon possibly this weekend, so we should have a review of that probably sometime over the weekend if I get out to see that. But anyway, comic book haul, Beardy's Books, that's what we're all about today. So we're going to do my rundown from my down to my favorite book of the week. So I don't want to call things like least favorite or be negative about anything like that. But so here is everything I got for August 10th, 2016, starting with DC Rebirth #1 for Deathstroke. I can honestly say I've never read a Deathstroke comic before. And I probably won't be reading one anytime soon. Not that I have anything really against anything that was done in here. It's just not my speed. It's not a character I'm all that familiar with, all that I'm into. You know, I did watch the first season of Arrow, so I saw kind of how they did him on there, which was relatively interesting. But, again, not a character I feel like really investing too much time in. So I apologize if this is one of your favorite characters. This is nothing against the character or anyone working on this book. It just did not really speak to me or impress me that much. I will say the art's pretty good. It's consistent throughout. You know, it's a good issue as far as the art goes. The layouts, the pacing felt a little off. Similar to the Suicide Squad movie. It just felt a little choppy. And it felt like maybe I should have cared more about some stuff if I knew more about the characters. But anyway, there it is, Deathstroke #1. Rebirth #1. The #1 of the ongoing series will be out soon. I'm going to stop saying The next DC book is Batman, All-Star Batman #1 from Scott Snyder and John Romita Jr. Again, not a book I was eagerly anticipating. I'm a little Batmaned out. I just did 5 years with Snyder and Capullo on Batman, and I really enjoyed that. And I've been really enjoying reading other stuff from DC. But here it is, the first. I know this has been a highly anticipated book, and I went for the... I'm not even sure who did this. Was it Declan Shavely cover? Let's see here. Because DC always makes the credit so easy to find. I'm not sure. Yes, I think it's the Declan Shavely. I think that's what this is. So, I thought this cover kind of stood out to me the most out of all of them. I thought it was pretty cool. I like, you know, realizing the eye and everything back here with the bat symbol in it and everything. But anyway, it was a fun issue on some levels. Is seeing a bunch of characters I've never seen before coming after Batman, and it's got some similar moments to the which Batman movie was that? Was that Dark Knight? Was it Dark Knight where Joker is going to pay everybody to bring in the one guy? I can't remember. But anyway, someone does something and is paying people lots of money to bring in Batman and prevent Batman from doing what he's trying to do in this issue. So the overall concept is pretty cool. There's just a couple beats and things in there I did not like, but I know it's a fan favorite this week. I know we've had calls coming in the shop all day requesting to hold that, or did we have more copies? What variants do we have, etc., etc. So very anticipated book this week. So if you like Batman, is probably definitely up your alley. I'm just a little Batmaned out at the moment, but it was good, you know, in other ways. So, Young Love, all new X-Men, #12. We finally come back to the Angel and X-23, excuse me, Wolverine love story, and it's not quite what you think. We get to see some repercussions of Angel, because this is young Warren from the past, with his flame wings that he got during the Black Vortex story about a year ago. He still has them, and we see how it affects him. And it's cool seeing Laura go off on her own missions and all this stuff. So it was actually a really fun issue. I liked it. It felt kind of like classic X-Men to me. So good on you guys, Hopeless and Bagley, for doing a great issue. It was a nice bounce back after the Apocalypse Wars story arc, which, if you've been watching, I was not overly thrilled with, even though it was good. I'm glad to be getting on to something else, and I really enjoyed that issue. And Laura does feel really consistent with how she's being written in the all-new Wolverine story on her own, so I really like that. Another new #1 from DC, one I hadn't had high hopes for, but was actually pleasantly surprised by. Superwoman #1. This is where it's actually the New 52 version of Lois Lane gets Superman's powers, and you learn where those powers come from in this issue. And there's also some really cool surprises in here that I was not expecting. Let's see if we can find some cool artwork in here. Phil Jimenez does the art and the storytelling in this, so just check that out. That's, whether you're into different people becoming different superheroes or not, that's a pretty cool, freaking awesome image. So Superwoman was a really well done story. I really enjoyed it. Again, I don't want to show you too much of the art, because there's some cool surprises and things I was not expecting in here, which is part of what made me like it so much. But you're watching as New 52 Lois Lane navigates coming into possession of these powers, and how she is going to operate and live in the world with them. So, and I really like the costume design. I like the two-tone blue. I like the cape. I like the different S design. So it was a lot of fun. Really cool issue. And of course, a Terry Dodson cover. Can't go wrong with that. Next up, one of my favorite ongoing series right now, Empress, or mini-series rather. Issue 5 of what I believe is going to be a 7-issue arc. And I believe I read an interview with Mark Millar and Stuart Immonen that there's going to be 3 arc miniseries. So it's going to be 3 miniseries of 6 to 7 issues each. This was really cool. You get to see, we ended issue 4 with the Empress's kids being kidnapped, taken away from her, and her trying to get them back as she's running away from her evil overlord husband and the father of the children. So it was a really cool issue to see the kids kind of come into their own and do their own stuff. So it was really cool. And again, Stuart Immonen's artwork in this is just phenomenal. I mean, just love these expressions on these characters here. One of these days I'm going to do a review on Next Wave, which is probably my all-time favorite Stuart Immonen story. I mean, just look at these crazy beasts. Look at a spaceship. It was amazing. Great, action-packed, fun story. Really loved it. And the final issue of the week, and no, this is not a black and white variant, this is just the way the cover is. It's an amazing Frank Cho cover for Wonder Woman #4. I love when Frank Cho does these incredible pencil and pen and ink. I mean, look at I don't know if my camera's picking that up, but the detail in those wings. It's clearly not Artemis, Athena. And I think this is supposed to be Harmonia of the Greek and Roman mythologies there. Well, not Roman, I guess. But yeah, really cool cover. Great artwork inside from Nicholas Scott. This is the issue 4, so the even issues are the flashback issues to how Wonder Woman, or Diana, first entered into the world of men, leaving Themyscira. And it's a really cool issue. It's I mean, check out the dynamic artwork on these pages here. Really cool. Amazon's having like a contest to see who is going to be the champion to take Steve back to the real world, and you get a reveal on the Wonder Woman costume at the end, which was really, really cool. And you get to see Steve as he's struggling to understand, because, you know, they don't speak English. He doesn't speak ancient Greek or whatever it is they're speaking. So it's just really cool, and I really love this series, how during the flashback issues, the Year One story arc that Rucka and Nicola Scott are doing, just the detail on the different ethnicities of the faces and stuff. I mean, that's Hippolyta, Wonder Woman's mom there. It's just a really, really good series. It goes... I like that it's bouncing back and forth between the two storylines each issue, since we're getting them so fast, and it's really cool. And it's been really great to see someone really treating Wonder Woman well and telling a really good story. So anyway, that's my haul. That's my rundown for August 10th, 2016. I'll be back next week with some cool stuff. I think next week's a pretty small week for me, if I remember correctly, but some cool books. And if it's small enough, I'll do a review on one of my favorite graphic novels or something. Maybe I'll even do Next Wave, since I've been talking about that. Even if I don't do the review, go out to your shop, see if they have it. It should be a $35 trade paperback for the whole Next Wave collection. You might be able to find it in 2 paperbacks, the older editions, and I know there were 2 hardcovers that collected all of it originally, so you should be able to find it in one form or another. I'd say the $35 paperback is a really good way to go, because you get it all, it's nice, compact. And if you ever want to loan it out to someone, it's, you know, one thing to keep track of. But yeah, Next Wave, go out, buy it, and I'll try to squeeze that review in next week as well. So anyway, that's it for Beardy's Books today. Hope you enjoy some of the comics I recommended here, or go out and let me know what stuff you got. Let me see. Let me hear about it. Talk to me. What did you think of these issues yourself? As Wonder Woman #4, Empress #5, Superwoman #1, All New X-Men 12, All-Star Batman #1, and Deathstroke Rebirth #1. So feel free to comment below. What did you think? Let me know. Sound off. Tell me what you got. And I guess that's it. This is the Beardy signing off. Peace.